Hi. We're gonna do a little mic check. Hello. We will be doing a mic check. Hello, everyone. We'll wait. Gonna wait. Just a little wait. Maybe I'll leave this up. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I've made a Discord. You can see all my little tabs up. All my little tabs. As you can see, the tabs are just shit from Unreal Market that I would like to implement into the game. There will not be a Discord for the band. I don't know what people would possibly even want with that besides using me as a launch pad for their own platforms. So I'm going to be completely real. I am not going to be making a Discord for the band. Let me tell you why. The band is small, and I fear that people are just going to use the band's Discord to be like, hey, check out my band. And I think that that's really rude and inconsiderate, considering the topics of all this stuff. Imagine you write, songs about all your trauma and stuff, and someone's like, yeah, well, what would be better is if everyone who listens to you listens to me instead and all of my trauma. Like, it's kind of like, like, imagine, like, you're in, like, a group therapy session, and it's your turn to talk, and someone else is just constantly interrupting you. And they're also, like, trying to, like, literally, like, advertise something. Like, like, my trauma cooler better. Also, buy my t-shirt, $5.99. You know what I mean? That's just kind of it. That strikes me as selfish. That makes me think, like, what is the word? Ulterior motive. Like, are you really a fan of me, or are you, like, seeking to use me as an advertising point? So we're not going to be having that. But I did make a Discord. I made a Discord for the game, and we can have lore from the band in this game Discord. We can have a little section. I'll make a little section for the band and for the band's lore, and it'll be tied into the lore for the game. So if you enjoy the band, if you really truly enjoy the band and you enjoy the lore and all of the stuff, then you'll enjoy the game as well. We are working on a video game and a tabletop role-playing game. We will bring back an ARG with fun little prizes and stuff. Lots of nice things. There's, like, just one person here who hasn't said anything, and that's okay. How you doing? I could even be a bot. Who knows? Yeah, that's probably a bot. That's okay. Maybe someone will watch this later. I keep making posts about how I don't want to be used as an advertising launchpad for someone else's art or band or anything. And people still keep asking me, as if, it feels like they're purposely ignoring these posts that I'm making. And it's multiple people. I'm not going to say who, but it doesn't make me feel good. I really wish my boundaries would be respected. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think anyone's a bad person. But I do think it's kind of mean and selfish to use me, go use another band. Go use another band. Like, go use a band that's big. It's not efficient to be using me anyway. You know, it's not. Let's make that clear. Like, there's literally only one person in the stream here. I think it's a bot. So, I mean, do you want a bot? One bot listening to your music? I don't want any bots listening to my music. So, you know, like, if you want bots listening to your music, go buy bots. I'm pretty sure you can. Pretty sure I've known other musicians who have done things like that. This is how you can also tell, like, I'm a real person, I'm a real musician, even though I'm using a stupid avatar, is, I have 1,000 subscribers, and nobody cares to, come into this live stream. I'm off work, so maybe other people are at work. I'm sure a lot of people are at work right now. I'll do another stream, and I'll explain the same thing again. I am fine with chanting this until I'm blue in the face. Please don't use me for advertising your art. Please don't use me for advertising your art. Please don't use me for advertising your art. Please do not use me for advertising your art. I don't fucking care if you think you're special. I don't care if you, like, you know, think that you're going to be friends with me someday. We're not going to be friends. Please treat me as a human being. Do not try and befriend me. Okay? I'm a whole different person. I have a whole life. I don't want friends. I have enough friends. I have many friends that I really care about. I do not have the mental capacity for more friends. Okay, I know that sounds mean and cruel, but please, like, think for a second. Imagine, like, you have enough friends. In fact, you have a lot of friends that are going through real life stuff, and there's people online constantly trying to, like, guilt trip you into a friendship. That it doesn't make me feel good. That makes me feel bad. Like, that's a really bad thing. Now there's another person here. Hi, how you doing? If you're real, comment something in the chat. We're talking about the Discord channel. I've made a Discord channel. I hope you're doing well. Maybe it's another bot. I don't know. It could be. I'm leaving this up so people can watch this later. I don't know if you're not talking because you're a bot or if you don't understand the context of what's going on or what I'm talking about. If you're curious, feel free to ask me and I'll give you a TLDR. If not, I'm just going to keep talking about what I'm talking about. But yeah, I have real life friends, and it kind of hurts my feelings sometimes when random people online are like, I really like your music. I really like your art. We should be friends. Also, I make art and music, and I'm going to start talking about it on all of your posts. And it's like, are you advertising yourself right now? Like, and I've noticed, like, people who do this have YouTube channels and even, like, stores and stuff. And so it hurts my feelings and makes me feel like, you know, the attempt at friendship with me is an ulterior motive, and it's just like an advertising jumping pad that I'm being used for. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Imagine, like, working really hard to get where you are. At 1,000 subscribers, there's barely anyone here in the live chat, so, you know, those 1,000 people do not, you know, come back regularly and check out stuff. You know, like, your subscribers on YouTube channels are kind of like a legacy. You know, like, people subscribe and they will not come back. Not everyone's going to come back. A dedicated fan base will. Dedicated people who support you and stuff. I really hate the word fan. I like supporter. I think it's, like, that's a lot more, like, human than to say like, yeah, I've got fans. That just feels really dehumanizing to call a fucking human being a fan. Like, let's be real. They're real people, and they support you. But like some people, like they see something, and they're like, yeah, that's cool. Subscribe. I've done this the same thing. I've done this even on this channel. I'll like subscribe to something. This is why I have my subscribes hidden. Is like I use this as a personal channel. You know, like I'm literally just hitting subscribe on shit, and I don't think of it the next day. You know, because I'm just like, yeah, throw them another number. You know, like that this video is cool. Click like, subscribe. If I really, really like something, I come back to it. You know, I'll even check like the subscriptions tab and go and like see, you know, like all of my favorite like artists and people on YouTube and stuff, and come back and you know, be like, hell yeah, like, you know, and watch another video, throw another comment, like, I don't know. But like, you know, having 1,000 subscribers doesn't mean all 1,000 of those people behave that way. You know, most people, in fact, are the opposite. They subscribe and they leave. And that's fine. That's not like, those are human beings. They have every right to do that. Like, it doesn't make them a bad person. We all do that. We all do that. So I don't understand, you know, like with that context added, why anyone would want to use me as an advertising point. But I see the behavior. I see people doing the exact behavior. I've worked in advertising. Like, that's how I've made it this far, is I worked for other bands, like as a job, job. I don't do it anymore because it's humiliating, and people have done really like mean things to me, and even inappropriate things to me and other people. I've seen some extremes. Some things that, you know, like I could not say on this YouTube channel that are like extremely inappropriate. And it was so bad that I do not want to go back to that. I'm currently working at a car wash for $7 an hour. So yeah, let that sink in. I do not work for bands anymore. I would rather go work at a car wash for $7 an hour. So it must be that bad. It must have been that abusive and shitty. And oh yeah, we lost a person. I think probably rage quitting, maybe. Maybe they rage quit and we're like, damn, I can't use this person anymore. Guess I'll go to the next live stream and advertise myself there. You know, maybe it's that, or maybe they think I'm full of shit. They're like, no, the music industry is so wonderful and good. It can't be. There can't be abusive people in the music industry. Who knows? Maybe they just didn't have a lot of time. Maybe they're at work, lunch break, and they're like, all right, I'm done with this fucking yapping. Maybe they weren't even paying attention. Who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? But yeah, there were 2 people. Now there's 1. Probably just a bot again, or someone silently watching. It sucks when people are like, I'm too shy to talk. I'm too shy. Because I'm sitting here, there's a real person sitting here, like wondering, what is going on? Is this a bot? Are you a bot? I'm talking to a bot. It's nuts, dude. So here we go. Yeah, here is the Discord. I've made a lot of channels. I know you can't see the full thing, and that's fine. There's a lot of fun channels. Here's a little social media channel, right? And the answer is no. The answer is no, because no, I don't want to make a social media. Here you can have a little store. And you can even donate. It has my legal name on it. You can donate to me in my legal name, my dead name. I don't care. My dead name has been put out so much by everyone, everywhere. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with my dead name? Nothing. Like, tons of people use their dead name online. It's fine. Here's a little announcements page. I'll make some announcements for everybody, and that'll be fun. And I even set up roles. Look at this. I set up roles with the little buttons. They are clickable. Look at that. Wow, Isn't that nice? I set up little buttons. Oh my gosh. You keep doing you. Don't let people get you down. Thank you so much. Shout out to Ano Damina. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I've got a little welcome channel. We've got a little chat. We've got a little lore chat, even, so people can talk about the lore. We even have a roadmap for the video game. We have a channel for the roadmap for the TTRPG, but there's nothing there yet. Brian is working on some parts for the TTRPG right now that he didn't want me to work on, because he is a big fan of an open source thing called Ashes Fall, and he feels that he, you know, like, if he takes his time at it and presents this thing to me, that it's gonna turn out good and that I'll like it. Long-time listener, especially to your earlier edits of the Byzantine chants. Thank you. I appreciate that. I you know, I'm not a Satanist. I like spooky Halloween shit, you know. I'm not a Christian. I'm not any Abrahamic faith. I have my own religion, I guess. I worship nature, kind of, I guess. I think reincarnation is real because that sounds nice and comforting. But yeah, I do like making some spooky, scary Satan Halloween stuff. I think it's fun. You know, the same way, like, I don't know, people make horror movies and they don't have to believe in this or that and stuff. It's just fun art. It doesn't really mean anything. My music art means more stuff than stuff like the chants. That's all from, like, real life, like, past stuff and trauma and stuff. I mean, except for the clones. Obviously, I'm not a human clone. Obviously, aliens, you know, have never contacted me, or anything crazy like that. You know, like, I don't own a laser gun and stuff, of course. So, you know, you kind of have to, like, take from it what you can. We've got a little music general chat. You can post music in here that you like. I fear that people are going to use this just to advertise their band. I fear that people are going to advertise their band and their music and their art like any possible way that they possibly can. And I find that really obnoxious and, like, you know, it's like an ulterior motive thing. It's just selfish and shitty. You know, to kind of, like, come into someone else's space where they're making art about trauma, or they're trying to just make a fun video game, and someone's like, yeah, cool, yeah, your trauma, yeah, your game, yeah, whatever. Anyway, by the way, I'm selling this t-shirt for my band. It's fuck you 99. You know, like, dude. It's ridiculous. So anyway, we've got a music lore friendly wish list, right? And so people can come in here and they can say, like, hey, I think music like this would work really well in the game. Can you do a genre like this for something? And I'll be like, yeah. We've got a little food and cooking place. Post your food. Here is where I would not give a shit, right? Post your fucking food. Post your shit. Make your stuff. Post it in here in the food and cooking if you can cook. Hell yeah. Health and fitness and sports. I'm not a sports fan, but I think it's good to be healthy. And I think if I make a Discord channel, I don't want it to get, like, you know, fucking bed rotting levels of, like, chronically online bullshit. I think people need to touch grass and be healthy. I've always been a big supporter of that and exercising. I do exercises myself. I exercise daily and I work almost daily now. And yeah, I think it's good to be healthy. I think it's good to be active. Oh my god, I felt like I almost said the Mr. Matty Plays thing. Stay healthy, stay active. I love you all. Peace. We've got a little media thing. You find some cool YouTube videos, post that shit in here. I don't care. Memes, post your memes. Post your memes. I love memes. We all like to laugh. I've got a little section for lore. People aren't going to be able to post in here, but they can read the lore that I've written. You can see here. We've got, the basic lore. Welcome to Lore Basics. This is just the basic rundown of the game, the little universe in here. And then if you want, more details, like let's say, for example, like, the sun and the stars, if you want to know more about that, right? You can go down here to the lore for the sun, the moon, and the stars and read more stuff about it if you want to. I think it's fun to have like a little thing of the basic stuff, and then you can have more details. We've even got lore for like the towns, right? We'll have a little lore here, a little bit of lore here and here. So this is the swamp town. Hospital is the swamp town. Oil will be a forest town. And Stick is also a forest town, but it's kind of spooky. It's very small. It's going to be like the smallest town. There will be more towns. There will be as many towns as Morrowind, if not more. And they will all be handcrafted. All of Morrowind's towns, there's like, 30 or 40 or something? Let me actually see. Morrowind towns list. Cities and towns. And see, you've got villages and towns. And this is, this in your cities is all the like meat and potatoes. The Ashlander camps are like, it's like what, 5 people to 6 people or something. The strongholds are, that's the ones that you make. I know for sure because this has got Tel Uvarith, and I always made Tel Uvarith. So that doesn't really count. There's like 5 people there or something. Fun fact, Tel Uvarith kind of reminds me of Tel Mithrin. In the Soulsime DLC, what is it called? Dragonborn DLC for Skyrim. Tel Uvarith always kind of makes me think of Master Neilot's new new thing. His new little house, village thing. So anyway, you've got the villages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're not going to count Ghost Gate. That is, I feel like that does not count as a town at all. It's maybe like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There's like 23 real towns in Morrowind. And they're all handcrafted. And they're beautiful. I love them so much. I grew up going to all of these places. And there are, 3 like main towns that I've created lore for. And there's 2 main cities that I've created lore for. So there's like what, like 20... Hang on, let's do this again. There's like 19 towns. And then like 1, 2, 3, 4 cities, right? So I will do 20 towns. We'll bring it up by 1. Do 20 towns. There's another person in here. Hi, how you doing? Just for context, I don't count Ghost Gate. I said this before. I don't count Ghost Gate as a town. It doesn't feel like one. It doesn't feel like there's enough people. There's not enough places. There's not enough things to make it feel like a town. Same with all the forts. I really don't count them. They don't feel like towns. The camps are like literally like 5 people a pop. And the strongholds are things that you make. It's like 3 people or something. So there's maybe like 19 actual real towns and 4 cities. So in my game, there will be at least 2 cities, and there will be like 20 towns. Um, Towns are easy to make. I've done level design with towns. I have experience in doing stuff like that. That's actually the most experience I have is small towns, like little towns like in villages and stuff like these things, and dungeons. Dungeon design and town design are like my biggest things of experience in level design or environmental design, whatever you want to call it, LD department. Um, that's what I do the best is making towns and making them believable, and like adding like people with all like their little stories and their personalities and stuff like that. And the same thing with dungeons. I like giving dungeons like their own like their feel, their vibe. I want it to feel like a real thing where people have like really like been there or lived there or adventured there or died there. Whatever it is, I like doing stuff for that. That's my big favorite thing. So when this game is actually in a state where level designers can do stuff, that's where you'll see me doing the most work is level design, and also like world building, writing the lore and stuff, which I've already done, and I will continue to do. We'll live stream both things as well. We'll live stream me doing level design, and we will live stream me writing new lore, which I feel like isn't super like entertaining, but we'll do it. Um, I mean, like I live streamed myself before. Maybe someone here has seen it. Just writing lyrics and stuff, and even writing like vocal melodies over stuff. Writing instrumental melodies, all that good fun stuff. I feel like it's boring. I was so surprised there was like 7 people watching. Maybe that's what people want to watch. That's fine with me. Um, Maybe it's just it's proof that like someone else isn't writing it, or maybe it's because it's proof like I'm not using AI. I don't like using AI for images. I don't like using AI for writing. I don't use it at all for images or writing. I've never used AI at all. Um, I tried it once to generate images to prove to someone that like the images are not good. I don't like them and it feels strange. And we started basically like trying to search for the original artist, artists plural. Um, and I could even point out, I was like, yeah, this is definitely from like this and that and this. And like, I was like, yeah, this is why like I don't want to use AI. So that was my experience using AI for image generation. I don't like calling it AI art. It doesn't feel like art. Um, and the constant rebuttals was always like, well, what about industrial music with sampling? And I feel like that's much different because sampling is a lot of times designed for people to know what that sample is from, or the mystery of like trying to figure that out. When you hear Skinny Puppy sample in Dig It, you hear that? The music, a band. Did you hear it? Did somebody hear? When you hear that sample, you're looking for it. You're typing in like on the computer, or before there was, internet, right? People would ask each other like, "Where did that come from? Where did that come from?" And then you eventually find out, it's from a Twilight Zone episode, right? It's either Twilight Zone or Outer Limits. It's one of the two. Outer Limits is kind of like the knockoff Twilight Zone, for people who don't know. Both shows are cool. Of course, Twilight Zone is probably the best. I think it was the first, too, of its kind. So, the original one is always going to be the best in my eyes. But anyway, yeah, I don't like the point of this little rant. I don't like AI. I don't like AI. I think it's lazy. I think it's lazy, and I think it's cheating and it's stupid. if you were using AI for code, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't code in any languages. I don't code in C++. I don't code in C+. I don't code in like Rust. I don't code in Papyrus or HTML even, or like Python or whatever. I don't. I like. I'm not a fan of coding. It's hard. I've tried before with things. I've tried with C++. Is it C++? The Unreal Engine one, right? And it's used in other things. I have stared at Rust and watched Brian code in Rust, and I'm like, oh fuck no. I have tried with what is it? Papyrus, I think, is the one that Bethesda uses, right? I think it's Papyrus. But it doesn't matter. I've tried the Papyrus, or not. I've tried the Bethesda one, and I don't like coding. I like level design. I like writing words, stuff. So yeah. Welcome to Realms of Dirt. Welcome to the server. Let me put a link in the chat. Please read the rules and respect the rules. Ano, I know that you are going to, because you heard me rant about the rules. I don't know about the other two people who are here in the chat. I don't know. My thing is, do not advertise your music, your band, your art, and stuff. Please don't. Please do not. Please go do that somewhere else. Don't do that on my YouTube channel. Don't do that in my Discord server. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. If it offends other people, that's a you thing, not a me thing. I don't like it. I find it very disrespectful, because it's using someone else's work as your jumping off platform. It's using someone else's like blood, sweat, and tears, their trauma and stuff, because my music is all from my trauma, like real world experiences and stuff. So that one really bothers me a lot, which is why I did not make a music Discord. We'll have a music section for the VVVEX band in here. But, that's going to be, like tour dates and stuff when we go back to touring. Little fun things about like the China tour. I'm almost done editing that. I've finished most of the editing for the Shanghai section. The only thing that's left to do is to do the performances, which I have some clips of now. And I'm now working on Chengdu, the Chengdu section. That's about halfway done. So yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like that person left. That's okay. Ano, here is the Discord link. You can join the Discord. You're welcome to join the Discord. And, let me make a little posty post. And we will post a picture. We'll post a picture. It seems like when I make a post on YouTube and it has a picture, the algorithm does something. Like it gives a shit. But if I post something that doesn't have a picture, the algorithm does not give a shit. Or maybe it's the people. I don't know. I don't know how to satisfy people. I'm here to do my thing. I'm here to make my art and my game and my stuff. I'm not really here to like appease the algorithm and the people and stuff. I said as I'm looking for a picture to appease the algorithm and the people. I'll do a little bit to please people. A little teeny tiny bit. But that's about it. Let's see. Let's do one. How about no. Hang on. Let me I hate that When you post on YouTube, it doesn't let you like see like a full preview of the photo, which is really annoying. I'm so used to posting on WeChat, and WeChat will let you like look at the full photo before posting it. It's very convenient. But YouTube doesn't want to do that. It seems like everything from China is just so fucking convenient and great and awesome. And then you go back to these American apps and it's just like, hey, fuck you. I don't care. And it's like, all right, okay. Fuck. Like, there's just no fucks given when it comes to these American apps, dude. They're like 10 years behind versus Chinese apps. It's fucking insane. They say that China is so big, bad, terrible. And it's like, okay. Alright, sure. Fuck. Like, at least, like, catch up with China. For fuck's sake. I don't know why people don't do that. But here we are. Here we are. Da da dee da dee. Da da dee. Here we are. Da ba dee da dee. Find a picture of me. Scooby Doo and Shaggy Scrappy. Scrappy the Doo. Ba 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 dee da dee dee. And you can too. Oh my god, I look like shit in like so many of these photos. You have no idea. This sucks. I can't read any comment. If there's any comments or anything going on right now, I cannot read them. Because it's stuck on the choose a photo thing. So it's like, you know, you better choose a photo, bitch. You better. It's like, okay. Hurrying, I'm hurrying. I'm trying really hard. I'm hurrying. I'm just hurrying. Oh my god, alright. Let's not do that voice. Let's see. I'll do the... okay, I'll do the big bouquet. The big bouquet of me and Aaron. Should I do the big bouquet? I'll do the big bouquet. Bouquet? Bouquet? Bouquet or bouquet? Ain't no way. I don't know. Oh my god. You like... You open up another tab just once, and the whole thing just fucking shits the bed, dude. And it's just like, nah. And okay, that's so weird. There's like, dude, my phone does not organize these photos well at all, because there's like photos like all the way at the bottom of the thing. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it. Yeah, fuck it. Hold up, actually, I want to check one more time. One more little checky check. We'll scroll all the way down. Ooh, that one's... Okay, hold up. That one's cool. We're gonna do that. Oh my god. Alright. We're gonna do that one. That one's really fucking cool. Hell fucking yeah. Boom. Yes. Yes, thank you. And we'll do a little text. Join my Discord. Boom, it's like right in your face. Join this fucking Discord. Watch like the moment I post this, um, people join, and like everyone's just like, yeah, listen to my band. Fuck Phoebe Vex, you want to listen to my band, right? Like, that's what's gonna happen. Let me check the little post. And here we go. Here it is. And here it is. Did I just like fucking burp into this mic, dude? Let me hear the sound check. I did not. Thank goodness. I wonder why it's darkness now. It's just darkness. It looks like on this thing. It's just darkness. It is the darkness. And that's okay. Oh, maybe this will work. Let's see. No. No, it's not working. That's crazy. I guess it's all broken now. That's okay. Let's try again. See if I can like I don't know why it's like darkness on my end. It's just pure darkness. Maybe it's just always gonna be darkness now. Wouldn't that be funny if it's just, oh, it's not even darkness anymore. Okay. I wonder if it was like not darkness on anyone else's thing. All two of you. Maybe I wonder if like it adds like an extra person when I'm sound checking. It's been me all along, talking to me. It's just me and you, Ano. It's been me all along. Who fucking knows, dude? Alright. I'm off work today. In 30 minutes, I need to go pick up a prescription. Oh, it says there's 4 people now. Okay. Hi. I'm leaving in 30 minutes, but we're going to be here for 30 minutes, and we're going to hang out. I hope you're all doing well. I posted the Discord. Please follow the rules. Please. I just went on a whole massive rant about the rules. And, like... Oh, yeah, 2 people left. Okay. They're like, yeah, fuck no. Fuck your rules. The 2 people came in here and they're like, can I advertise my band? No? Alright, fuck you. Is what it is. That happens. I don't fucking care. Maybe they're still here. Sometimes, like, my internet connection is shitty, and it'll tell me there's, like, 1 person in here, and then there's, like, 8 people in the chat who are like, I'm here, but I'm here. I'm here, too. You know, like, I don't know. But, yeah, anyway. 30 minutes. I'm gonna pick up my prescription. I'm having an allergic reaction, so I have bumps on my face. It fucking sucks. Is what it is. I had that during, I had that like right before the China tour, and so for parts of the China tour, I had bumps all over my face. And that fucking, okay, you know what, actually, I'm lying. I'll be completely honest. It was the whole fucking China tour. I had bumps on my face the entire time I was in China. And then when I was in Thailand, it started finally going away. And then when I made it back to California, that's when it was like pretty much completely gone. And then I went to Philadelphia, and then it was like 100% gone, right? And then I come back to Virginia, where I'm staying. I'm staying at Brian's mom's house temporarily with Brian. Brian and I are staying at his mom's house. We're not living in the apartment anymore. We're gonna get a new apartment. We're just staying here temporarily. So I come back to Brian's mom's house, and and you know, I done fucked up somehow. My allergic reaction comes back. So I went to an allergist. My insurance covered it. Um, and they're like, yeah, you're allergic to cats and dust mites. And I was like, oh, fun. So I'm living with 3 cats. I need to do something about my allergies. So yeah, I'm going to I'm going to pick up my prescription, and my insurance covers everything except for like one thing that's like $38, and I'm just gonna tell them, no, I don't want it. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna give it to me and make me pay for it. I'm gonna tell them no, I don't want it. I'm gonna tell them no and I don't want it, and I'm not fucking giving them money. I pay taxes every time we fucking pay for something. You buy a fucking piece of bubble gum, you got motherfucking taxes. Ooh, someone came. Look at that. How you doing? Welcome, Grim. Welcome, Grim. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the Discord. There's no one in here besides you and the devs and me. The devs are busy. They're likely not gonna talk. But that's fine. Remember too that like, you know, I work, so I won't be here like 24/7. If you do see me, you know, I will say hi. I'm not gonna be a bitch and be like, I can't talk to you. But a lot of times when you see me, I'll probably just be adding shit to the Discord and like music and stuff. Yeah. If, you know, I don't know. There's a community area. That's basically where everyone can post, is in the nice big community area. The other places are not supposed to be posted in. There might be some where you still can post in them. So don't worry about that. But yeah, you can post here. Not here. Wait, here. In the community area. The community area, everyone can post in there, have a good time, chill, and hang out, post some memes and shit. Please, you know, like, please follow the rules. Nothing crazy or inappropriate and stuff. Here's the rules. Bam, bang, boom. Here's the rules. Look at me and my rants. I know, I suck. My rules suck. I know they're terrible. Be nice to people is my rules. Be nice to me and be nice to people is my rules. You can have little roles. How you doing? Look at this. Boom. You can have some roles. I got you on the rolls. So, you know, you can see, like, what time zone are people in, you know? Is there any, like, language barriers or anything with this person, possibly? You can see all of that. I didn't put any gender roles because, you know, Discord apparently has, like, some, like, gender thing now. So I feel like people are eventually going to stop, like, listing, like, the gender roles and stuff. Just put your pronouns, you know, in your thingy, right? That's what most people do. They put their pronouns in their thing. We all know my pronouns. She, her. Hi. Even with my deep, yucky voice. Because women aren't allowed to have deep voices. We're not. No. But anyway, I do it anyway because I'm breaking all the rules. And I'm cool. Too cool for the rules. Yeah. At some point, I will make, like, also a channel for, like, things that inspire me. For the game and for my music. So if people are curious, like, where my inspirations come from, they can go check it. At some point too, I will also post, like, where a lot of my samples come from, in case people, like, also want, like, the same, like, sample packs and stuff. There, a lot of them are pretty generic things, I feel like, that everyone already has. And then other things are things that, like, I've collected from outside. At some point, I'll be making a sample pack, so people can have, like, a bunch of, like, nice, fun, custom sound effects, for whatever they want. I want to do a sample pack for more than just music, but also like if you're making a video game or if you're making like a movie or something, right? Um, if you've got like an indie movie or a video game or music or something, you can use the samples. Um, but you can't advertise yourself in this motherfucking Discord server. I swear to God, I will fucking slap you upside the motherfucking head, and I will kill you, and I will kill you, and I'll kill your parents, and I'll kill your dog, and I'll kill your cat, and I'll kill your goldfish. I will eat your goldfish, motherfucker. Do not advertise your motherfucking self in here. But you can have all my samples for your own music and your game and your indie movie. Hell yeah. And you can go post that in your Discord server and on your YouTube channel, and I'll go click like on that and not advertise myself, and I'll even, you know, send comments from a YouTube channel that's not me, and still support you because I love you very much, love you all. Anyway, it's 1:37. We still got 20 minutes. We've got 20 minutes to hang out, and then I'm gonna go get my prescription. Maybe I'll stream that. Maybe I'll stream the journey to the fucking CVS. And then when I come back, since I'm off today and I'm on America time, and I'm not hanging out with anyone in China virtually, I will stream a game. I'll do a little vote too. I'll stream a game. I'll do a little vote. We can vote on a game that we want to play. And then around like 8:30 p.m. It's 1:38 p.m. right now. 8:30 p.m. is when I got to go to bed. Because I wake up at 6 a.m. For my job. I don't know if I'm working tomorrow. We were called off today because it's raining. It might be raining tomorrow. Aberdeen, why are you watching this? Aberdeen watches this? Holy shit. Wait, Ab from real life? Ab from real life? Ab, are you here? Ab, can you like make a thing in the chat real quick? Holy shit, wait, Ab, did you like watch the whole like blowout on live stream? That's nuts. You never text me. Why don't you ever text me, Ab? I'm right here. Aberdeen, you better start texting me or calling me. I'm better at calling than texting, honestly, and hanging out in real life. We haven't hung out since before China. It's been like over a month or something. Aberdeen is like, is this my real life friend Aberdeen? Hold up. Ab. Anno Domina. Oh, it's not. Oh shit, okay. Wait, then who's Grim? I thought Anno Domina was Grim. Oh, it's Swamp Grim. Oh shit, oh, my boy. My boy, he here. My boy. Do you want to fucking, do you want a dev role? Swamp Grim, hold up. Let me give Swamp Gremlin like a developer role. You know what? Let's look into the, you know what? We're going to look into the making. Boom. Server settings. And we'll go to members. There's me. Let's go to roles. And developer. We're going to, how do we, oh, we can't do that here. Members is just, here we go. Boom. There's 2 new members. Let's view that shit. We got Swamp Gremlin in here right now. Let me give you a role. You're a fucking developer, dude. Boom. There you go. Yeah, Swamp Gremlin's a full-on, I consider him a dev. You know, because he did the concept art for the horse. I drew like a sketch. I drew like, okay, instead of using AI, I literally will just like hire people with my shitty sketches and be like, make this better. And they're like, all right, what you want? And I'm like, describing the most batshit insane fucking concepts, dude. Like the most just like fucking nutso shit. Like, what did I describe? Swamp, are you here in the, if you're here in the live, dude, do you remember like what I described for this fucking horse? I was like, okay, imagine a Pokemon like not Ponyta, it was Rapidash. Yeah, because Rapidash is pretty and not cute. I wanted something that's beautiful, right? but not really like cute. It came out cute, and that's fine. But I wanted something that's beautiful, and I feel like Rapidash the Pokemon is beautiful and not cute like Ponyta, right? So I was like, yeah. Rapidash. My boy Rapidash. Yeah, see how Rapidash has this like, it's not a cute energy. It's like a pretty, not even pretty, it's like a beauty energy, you know what I mean? Versus Ponyta is just kind of cute. But this is like a beauty energy. And I wanted to make a horse with like a beauty energy, right? Like a beautiful kind of like feel to it. But I wanted to use ugly bugs for its body parts. So now you're getting into the making. Look at that, guys. Here it is right here, a Baphomet moth. I've looked it up so many fucking times. This is why the horse has 4 tails, right? I really like this like Baphomet moth looking thing, right? And silverfish. Oh no, I wonder like if it, like does this like bring up my crazy ass fucking, where do two hump camels come from? Where do cheetahs come from? Thai pineapple fried rice is Australia. Thank God it's not looking up anything inappropriate that I've looked up, because I've looked up some pretty yeah, no, I've looked up even worse stuff. I've looked up some really inappropriate things. I think we all know that we've all looked up inappropriate things on Google Images. I'm not going to say what it is, but you can use your imagination. Oh, so thank God. We all know what I'm looking up. It's anyway. So yeah, silverfish. I really like the idea of it having like silverfish kind of skin in this like plated look, right? But I also like when silverfish look kind of like mildly blue, like this. Like this is this feels kind of like gross but beautiful at the same time, if that makes sense, right? Some of these have this like grayish blue hue, almost like a dark elf from Morrowind, right? A Dunmer. Yeah, see, there's always this like bluish reflection, like some kind of hue that's like shining on some of these like photos to make it look like pretty, right? And then another thing was a Treop. I wanted it to have a Treop head. A lot of people think like Kabuto or the prehistoric animal. No, I want a motherfucking Treop. Your girl wants a Treop. Okay. A bitch really likes Treops. I don't know why, dude. Like, they're just like, look how cute. Oh, but you know, like, I don't know. There's something just really cool and fascinating about Treops. They just look so strange. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 eyeballs, right? Treop optical. Try 3, right? And yeah, I don't know. Very cool looking. So what are the little things like on they're not the whiskers, but they're near the whisker area, right? Those like little fin looking things. So I'll show you. A sand flea. I was like, I think it would be really cool to have like these like sand flea fins where the mouth is. And it's like a old evolutionary thing for it eating. Yeah, these little like petals, right? Here you can see there's some kind of good examples. Let me try and find the actual like picture that I use. There's a fantastic photo of like this, like it's like a fin looking thing basically. I really wish I could find it, but these like little fin things, oh, this is a good one right here, is where the inspiration for the little fin things on the horse mouth comes from. And you know how like there's tons of like leftover evolutionary things in every animal and humans and stuff, right? As well. That you don't need anymore, but they're still there, right? Well, it's a mutant game. You can kind of do a little bit of rule of cool, but I also kind of wanted some things that like feel like that. And so that's where the idea of like the little fin things on it came from. So you mix this like Rapidash look with all of these gross bugs, you know, like a sand flea for like the mouth thing, a treop for the head, a silverfish for the body, Baphomet moth for the tail. What was the other things? I wish Swamp Gremlin was here. He remembers, I'm sure, the other inspirations that I was like giving him. But yeah, I wanted it to have this like majestic kind of beauty feel. Put all of these gross things together into something that's beautiful. And that's how he ended up drawing the horse. And that was all from this like shitty little drawing that I did. My drawing sucked, dude. It was not biologically proportionate. It was not really even horse shaped. It was kind of more like a silverfish meets like a guar from Morrowind. You know, like it just it didn't look practical to ride this. That's another thing that like I really wish Morrowind took to heart, or not to heart, to mind, to you know, just as an example, basically when creating a guar, I feel like they created a guar as a donkey, like a pack mule, and not like a horse, but everyone wants to have them as a horse, right? And you know, like this isn't horse shaped, and it feels really awkward to like ride that as a horse, right? Yeah, like look at that. Like that's a pack mule, dude. Like that's not for riding. When you look at the Nyx Hound though, this thing is riding shaped. You see that? How it goes down right here. Even like fan art is fantastic. People's like mods and stuff is fantastic work, and it feels very much like this was supposed to be some kind of horse. I feel originally this felt like this was a horse. Look at this. You know, this fan art is fantastic. This feels a lot more horsey shaped. I feel like it should have been taller too. Like you've got these like long legs. Like this would have been awesome if it was taller. And that's definitely another inspiration is like the Nyx Hound, but I also didn't want it to look too much like a Nyx Hound, you know. I don't want to have Morrowind be like my full on inspiration. You know, like I don't want to copy Morrowind. I hate when people copy things that they like. That sucks. So my goal was to, you know, say, you know, fuck the Nyx Hound, throw that out the window, and go to a real horse thing, Rapidash. You know, I don't really care that much about Pokemon. I know I have a Pokemon tattoo, but I'm just not interested in it anymore. I haven't played Pokemon in years and years and years. So I figured, you know, like looking at like a majestic horse thing was a really great example, and like Rapidash is like the best like majestic cartoon like horse that I can think of. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the Discord, everybody. Let me actually check my my Discord notifications real quick. Okay, all right, cool. It is a fun place to be. It is a really fun place to be. And wait, Is Swamp like the other person who's been here the whole time and he's just not talking? Swamp, why are you not talking, brother? My boy. My boy ain't talking. He's just not in a talking mood today, I guess. I don't know. You know, he's probably working, honestly, and, like, looking this, like, glancing at this, like, on mute or something, and he's like, what the fuck? Don't rope me into this, motherfucker. He's gonna, like, see this later and be like, no, do not rope me into none of this bullshit. Pay me. And I'll be like, alright, cool, fine. When I have money, which I can't right now. I want to save up money this year for for a food truck and a tuk-tuk. That is the stupidest fucking thing I know. I want a food truck or a food cart. I'm really tired of getting jobs, dude. I'm really tired of constantly job hunting and losing jobs and doing this and that. I want to be independent. I want to be independent. And I really want to go back to China. I really want to move to China, dude. Like, it's beautiful there. It was awesome. I really miss China. I got China pilled in China. I know that's terrible. I just feel happier there. I feel happier in China. I felt happier in Thailand too. I just, it felt right, dude. It felt right to be there. I will always come back to America. I'll come back to tour and stuff. I'll come back to visit people that I care about, but I don't want to live here forever. And I'm getting older, and I don't want to grow old in America. I want to grow old in China or Thailand. Those places were really special to me, and they still are, and they're always going to be. It's not the food, it's not the culture, it's not the light up buildings or any glamorous bullshit like that. If I can be completely, like, honest with you, it's the convenience, it's the safety, it's just things like that. The living conditions feel better. The living conditions feel better. And yeah, the infrastructure, the, you know, public transportation, the everything feels better. I feel like I could go out and do whatever I want whenever I want, versus like here where I live now, I can't really do that. When we lived in the apartment, there was the Dash bus, and that's free, and that's really cool. I hope America does more stuff like that, but China is like just way ahead. You know, like, dude, like the plane tickets and stuff are cheaper, like even for Chinese people, right? Like to go from like somewhere like New York to Texas, if you were a Chinese person living in China trying to go the same distance on a plane, you're saving more money. Like I know that, like, you know, won and RMB have a lower currency value than the US dollar. But you still got to think, like, you know, you living in China making won and RMB, and like the difference, you know, the trains are better, you know, dude. They have the high speed rails and stuff. They're so great. They're really really great. It's the transportation. It's the it's like, you know, like I feel more independent. Yeah, censorship sucks. I'm not going to like infantilize China, and I'm not going to like say it's the best country in the world. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Yeah, there's censorship, and that sucks. And it's a big trade, and it's a big decision. But shit, dude, I've got a VPN. You know, I'll put up with it. I'm not gonna be posting my shit on Chinese social media. You're still gonna see me. The stuff that I post on Chinese social media, when I did post, was just like, hey, look at this cool thing. It's not like crazy stuff. It's not like my crazy, freaky, intense art, like here. I don't even feel like my art is intense. Like when I posted it in China, same reactions, honestly. Like my stuff is really tame, and it didn't seem to break any rules or anything. Um, my work is, it's not even R rated. Honestly, it's like very like tame. My stuff is very like what, like PG-13 or something. Like I don't think, like, if you like rated the short film that I did, that would be rated like PG-13. That wouldn't even be rated R. Like the gore is like nothing. Like there's barely any gore. There's like no gore pretty much. Like a heart, a spooky heart, like there's some gross drippy stuff. Like that's it. Yucky stuff coming from my mouth, that's it. Like there's nothing really that intense. So I would be fine. And I don't know, China rant, my little China sub rant. That's the end of that. I would like to move to China or Thailand someday. Um, just know I would rather live in China than Thailand too. Thailand is a little bit, just a tiny bit, in some cases more censored than China. In other cases, less censored. It really depends on like what you're doing and posting, right? Um, Maybe I'll live in Thailand though. I mean, I don't know. Thailand really seems to like Halloween. I like Halloween. But I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to the Discord, everybody. I hope you guys have a good time in here. Let me know if anything's broken. Yeah, let me know if anything's broken, and I'll fix it as soon as possible. And I will post a game very soon. Not post a game. I'll live stream a game very soon. I'll live stream a game. We'll have a good time. I'll do a little vote thing too. So it is now 1:58. I'm gonna go get ready. It's basically 2. I'm sorry. I'm cutting this 2 minutes short. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll stay for the extra 2 minutes. Fuck it. I'll stay for the extra 2 minutes. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about for 2 minutes. Look at me fucking yap for so long. How long has this stream been? I don't fucking know. It won't tell me, but I don't know. What a day. Dude, it feels so good to not fucking work today. Thank God, dude. Ay. Work has been shitty. But also good. It's a good workout. Work has been a good workout. It's been tough, but it's fine. I'm hoping I get a second job. That would be really good. There's like a donut shop near me, and I'm really hoping they hire me. I don't know, who knows? Like, maybe that'll be good. Maybe I'll get a job at the donut shop. They pay $13 an hour, and that's like way better than $7 an hour. So yeah, if I can work every single day, then I can save up to do all my stuff and get my little like food cart and my food truck and my tuk-tuk and all that. Okay, it's 2 p.m. Enough of me yapping. I'm gonna go get my medication. It's like a face cream thing. And then I'll come back and I'll stream a game for everybody. We'll stream a game. We'll have a good time. All right, gang. I love you. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. If I don't see you, yeah, just have a wonderful time. Wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you are. I care about you. In a non-parasocial weirdo way. I care about you as, a fellow human being. Have a wonderful time.